Good morning. Welcome to ABC27 News Daybreak 6 o'clock. I'm James Crummell.
And I'm Allie Lanyon. We thank you so much for starting your day with us. Our top story this morning, the trial of Derek Chauvin is set to begin in just a few hours with opening statements. The former Minneapolis police officer is charged with killing George Floyd last Memorial Day. He now faces several charges and the potential of decades in jail.
That's right. He's pleaded not guilty to all the charges. ABC's Ike Ajachi joins us live this morning. He is in Minneapolis standing by with the very latest on this trial. Good morning to you, Ike.
Good morning. It's been 10 months since these streets were filled with rage and emotion as cell phone video captured Derek Chauvin kneeling on the neck of George Floyd. He died later that night at a hospital, and now 12 jurors right behind me at the government center, they'll have to decide whether or not the former Minneapolis police officer should be held accountable. This morning, a city and a nation still reeling.
Our community has endured a great deal of trauma and pain and stress and frustration and anger.
Last Memorial Day, video from bystanders captured then Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin, who's white, kneeling on George Floyd's neck as the black man lay on the street face down for more than 9 minutes and 20 seconds, according to court documents. On the eve of the trial, a rally for George Floyd hosted by Reverend Al Sharpton.
But let us be clear that it is not just Chauvin on trial. The United States' ability to deal with police accountability is on trial.
Floyd's death sparking one of the largest social justice movements in U.S. history. And now, 10 months later, the former police officer will stand trial. Chauvin is facing manslaughter, second and third degree murder charges. He's pleaded not guilty to all of them. And this morning, the jury will begin listening to opening statements.
On both sides, the focus will be on causation, whether or not it's Derek Chauvin that caused the death of George Floyd.
COVID-19 restrictions making this trial look like no other. Plexiglass partitions, jurors sitting 6 feet apart. 8 of the 14 jurors expected to be seated self-identify as white and 6 as people of color. Once the trial begins, one member of Floyd's family will be in court each day. The family's attorney telling MSNBC he's prepared his clients for a difficult experience.
They're going to see that video over and over again. They're also going to hear them assassinate the character of George Floyd.
Now, the city's mayor says there'll be heightened security throughout the entire trial. All 4 officers, they've been fired, and this trial is expected to last a month. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, Minneapolis.
Time for a check on the forecast right now.
Let's bring in meteorologist Brett Thacker. You're a little salty this morning.
Well, I'm just over the wind. I mean, it's been with us here all month long, and it's really kept me up again last night. I don't know about you guys.
It did to me as well. And, you know, after we had such a gorgeous day on Saturday, it was just so dreary yesterday. I'm sort of over it.
The wind and the rain, everything yesterday was just blah.
Yeah, no doubt. And today, starting out windy and chilly. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s, so bundle up if you're headed out the door. 45 Harrisburg, one of the warmer spots on the board. York, 44. But we do have some 30s. Tower City, 39. Louisville at 39, and the wind's not helping. 15 to 25 miles an hour in spots. And they will be with us here throughout the day, the winds, that is. And notice some lake effect snow showers, too. A very wintry satellite radar picture, even though most of us are dry. It's still indicating that the chill is not gone just yet. So out the door we go today. Bundle up. Temperatures will be in the 50s through the afternoon. Windy and cooler here on this Monday. But we do get some warmer temperatures back tomorrow. But will they last the rest of the week? That's the question. We'll answer that for you coming up. Let's get a check on traffic right now. It's Traffic Watch time on this Monday.
All right, let's take a look at the traffic map right now. No major delays out there across the Mid-State for your Monday morning drive.
If you are driving in downtown Lancaster today, get ready for some traffic delays. Today, PennDOT will start a project that will lead to resurfacing part of Prince Street between East Frederick Street and Greenwood Avenue. Lane closures are expected. The work may last until October. Happening today, the Pennsylvania Department of Health will join officials from a Lancaster County retirement home community to share an update on reconnecting residents with loved ones while still keeping them safe from COVID-19.
That conversation begins this morning at 10 at the Masonic Village in Elizabethtown. Priscilla Ligori live in the ABC27 newsroom with the details. Good morning, Priscilla.
Good morning, James and Allie. There are 2 key elements to this discussion. A look at how vaccination efforts are going at long-term care facilities across the state, as well as what's being recommended in terms of visits. Both are critical in protecting the mental and physical well-being of PA's most vulnerable residents after a hard year of visits through windows or no visits at all. Health Department's acting secretary, Allison Beam, is set to give an update on the visitation order from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, as well as the Federal Pharmacy Partnership. The village will talk about infection prevention and control practices. New federal guidelines recently prompted the Wolf administration to encourage long-term care facilities to start allowing vaccinated residents to see loved ones inside their buildings again. Those guidelines say nursing homes can allow responsible indoor visitation, meaning the number of people inside at a time is limited and that social distancing is still practiced. Those who are not vaccinated or who are COVID positive may not have visitors. Visitors can expect to be screened for COVID-19 symptoms, asked to wear a mask, and practice good hand hygiene. We will be at that discussion. We'll share updates on air and on our website, ABC27.com. Live in the newsroom, Priscilla Ligori, ABC 27 News.
Thank you so much, Priscilla. The Vaccinate Lancaster Coalition is asking for help. The group says a lot of people registered for vaccine appointments at Park City Center, but they ended up getting shots somewhere else. If that is you, the coalition is asking you to get in touch with them and deregister so they can work through their very long waiting list faster. You can do that at vaccinatelancaster.org or by calling 717-588-1020. If you are looking to schedule a vaccination appointment at a location near you, we have links on our vaccination frustration page. You will find that at abc27.com/vaccine.
And we do have this breaking news update this morning on the stranded cargo ship stuck in Egypt's Suez Canal. Today, engineers were able to get the colossal container ship partially refloated. Tugboats pushed and pulled the ship during a high tide. As dredgers removed mud and sand, the skyscraper-sized ship has been wedged in the canal for almost a week now. It's unclear when it will be set free. More than 360 ships are waiting to pass through the canal, costing about $9 billion a day in global trade and threatening shortages and higher prices on things like electronics, furniture, and other goods. People have one more day to make their thoughts known on a big bridge project that could mean paying up to $2 every time you use it.
We are talking about the I-83 South Bridge, which PennDOT says needs to be replaced. Erica Moffett-Dilks is live in Lemoyne with the details. Good morning, Erica.
Good morning, guys. For the last few months, PennDOT has been accepting comments and questions about the South Bridge project, and today is the last day for the public to weigh in. The South Bridge carries more than 125,000 vehicles over the Susquehanna River daily to get to and from downtown Harrisburg and its neighboring Cumberland County communities. The bridge was first constructed in 1960, widened in 1982, and now it's time to replace it. But funding for the project, estimated to cost around $600 million, is still up in the air. PennDOT says the best way to pay for the new bridge is by building a toll station and charging users $1 to $2 each time they pass through it. Some are against the proposal, saying this would make things too challenging for those who use the bridge to get to work, and that the money should come from another source. Now, if you have an opinion or a question about the project, you can head to our website. That's abc27.com. And again, today is the last day to do so. We're live in Cumberland County this morning. Erica Moffett-Dilks, ABC 27 News.
All right, Erica, thank you very much for that live report this morning. The plan to move East Pennsboro Township's oldest home has bbeen delayed. The Enola Miller house, built in 1841, is a Cumberland County landmark, and it was set to be moved today, but because of the muddy ground, that move will now happen tomorrow morning at 7:30. The home at the intersection of First Street and Valley Road will be moved 1,300 feet over to First Street and Miller Street. The house will be turned into a museum. The Historical Preservation Society is looking for donations to help.
We want to take a moment to honor a local healthcare hero. This morning we say thank you to Kyle Miller of Landisburg. He is an EMT working for Landisburg Ambulance Association and also for Cumberland Goodwill in Carlisle. If you have a friend or loved one you want to honor, go to our website, abc27.com, and look under the Community tab for honoring healthcare heroes. It is now 6:09.
Still to come here on Daybreak. When it comes to shopping, the pandemic changed where we shopped, how we shopped, and what we shopped for. But will those changes be permanent? And how can you cash in? I'll look at the trends in my Show Me the Money report next.
Also ahead, Dauphin County's mass vaccination site at Harrisburg Area Community College will continue to administer shots this week. More on which days they're operating and what you need to know if you plan to head there. That's coming up at 6:30 on ABC 27 News Daybreak.